Hello, everyone, and welcome to All Four Downs College Football Playoff Predictions Show. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. You can also visit clovercrestmedia.com and hhwshow.com. This show is presented by the CMG Sports Podcast Network. Please visit again at clovercrestmedia.com or hhwshow.com. And what a wonderful week it has been so far. Thanksgiving weekend full of surprises. Let's start with number one, Georgia, handling their business as they beat Georgia Tech 45-0. It's their third time this season that they shut out their opponents, and the fifth time they hold their opponents without scoring a touchdown. Number two, Ohio State versus number 5, Michigan. Michigan snapped an 8-game losing streak and defeated Ohio State 42-27. Running back Hassan Haskins and defensive end Aiden Hutchinson set school records to give the head coach Jim Harbaugh his first victory over the Buckeyes. Number 3, Alabama barely surpassed Auburn Tigers as they went to 4 overtimes. Bama was down 10-3 with less than a minute to go, but Bryce Young connected with Slade Bolden in a 6-yard pass to tie the game with 24 seconds left in regulation. In the fourth overtime, Auburn failed to convert, but Bama came and went. Young passed it to wide receiver John Mechie and scored a 2-point conversion for the win. For Auburn, they finished with a 6-6 record, 3-5 in the SEC Conference. This leaves everything questionable for Alabama. Should they maintain in the top 4, or would they drop down from the committee? Number 4, Cincinnati defeated East Carolina 35-13. Number 6, Notre Dame defeated Stanford 45-14. Number 7, Oklahoma State won a wild game over number 10 Oklahoma 37-33. With that win, that sets up an Oklahoma State versus Baylor Big 12 championship. That is because number 8 Baylor handled their business and defeated Texas Tech 27-24, and number 9 Ole Miss defeated Mississippi State 31-21. There is definitely a shakeup in the rankings, and because of Week 13 results, here is my prediction of the top 25 teams for Week 14 and may match up with the College Football Committee. Starting with 21 through 25. Clemson, NC State, Army, BYU, Kentucky. Clemson has found their groove moving up from 25 to 21. However, it is too little, too late for them. They were eliminated from the ACC Championship with Wake Forest defeating Boston College. Ranking 16 to 20, Michigan State, Iowa, Oklahoma, Wake Forest, and San Diego State. Oklahoma dropped from 14 to 18. Iowa remains at 17 and will be in the Big Ten Championship. Rankings 11 to 15, Houston, Louisiana, Pittsburgh, Appalachian State, and Utah. There is no love for the Sun Belt Conference, and I understand that. I do expect Louisiana 11-1 to be considered since UTSA took a fall on Saturday. Houston will take on Cincinnati for the American Athletic Conference Championship. And Pittsburgh is 10-2 and is set to take on Wake Forest in the ACC Championship. Ranking 7 through 10, Ohio State, Oregon, Ole Miss, Baylor. The Buckeyes did lose to Michigan and were ranked number 2. They are still a great team and sitting at 7. And that is a great spot. Oregon did defeat Ohio State in Week 3. However, they're not the same team as they were before. They were outscored in the second half against Oregon State 26-14, despite Oregon winning that game. Baylor is finally in my top 10 and can jump high should they handle their business against Oklahoma State in the Big 12 Championship. And now, the top 6. Number 1, of course, is Georgia. But who could be number 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, right? Oh, here we go. We're going to get your answers right now. At number 2, Michigan. At 11-1, the Wolverines finally overcame their obstacle and eliminated Ohio State from the Big Ten Championship and the college football playoffs. At number 3 and number 4, Oklahoma State and Cincinnati. Yes, Oklahoma State got a big jump to number 3 on top of Cincinnati. But hey, there's justification on this. Just like Michigan, the Cowboys snapped a 6-game losing streak against the Sooners. They took out their competition, and now they're set to face Baylor in the Big 12 championship. For Cincinnati, look, they just beat East Carolina. I mean, look, what kind of competition is that, right? However, the Bearcats are 12-0 and will challenge Houston for the AAC championship. Both Houston and Cincinnati have a lot of similarities. This can be a big test for Cincinnati, just like the game against Notre Dame in Week 4. Outside looking in are as follows: Alabama and Notre Dame. That's right, Alabama's performance was not elite, and they are no longer a team considered to be the second best as the media has made them to be. Auburn is not a great football team for the Crimson Tides to even have a score, right? To score a touchdown at the end, almost near the end of regulation. 24 seconds left. It's just unacceptable, especially when you're competing to be the best of the best. For Notre Dame, they're just sitting at number 6 and may be surpassed depending on the outcomes of the conference championships. There are no more games scheduled for Notre Dame as they finish the season at 11-1. And here we go again for my top 6. I have Georgia, Michigan, Oklahoma State, Cincinnati, and Alabama and Notre Dame looking outside, facing in, and we'll see what happens during the conference championship, which my prediction will be at the end of the week. As you know, in the SEC championship, we'll have Georgia versus Alabama. We got Michigan in the Big Ten championship as they go against Iowa, Oklahoma State versus Baylor, and Cincinnati versus Houston. There's a lot at stake coming this weekend to see who's going to be in the college football playoffs as they announce what happens Sunday, December 5th. Thank you for watching the All 4 Downs podcast. Please join me on Tuesday as the All 4 Downs podcast will be live after the College Football Committee announcement of their official top 25. Joe Aguirre, Jace Garcia, and myself will make all the predictions for this week's conference championship. Also join me on Wednesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the NFL Week 13 picks.